County, under the leadership of Mayor Daniela Levine Cava, is moving swiftly to expand COVID-19 vaccine distribution to protect our community and move our economy forward. Vaccine supplies are currently extremely limited, and as the state provides more vaccines to the county, we are working hard to distribute them as fast as possible. Register for vaccine updates and get more information at miamidade.gov/vaccine. Get vaccinated, Miami-Dade County. It's our best shot for a strong, healthy community.
Good morning. It's Tuesday and it's 11 a.m., which means it's time for the FIU Music Hour on WDNA 88.9 FM, where we present live weekly performances in the WDNA Jazz Gallery and features students, faculty, and alumni from Florida International University School of Music. I'm your host today and FIU faculty Dr. Russ Spiegel, and along with our producer Dr. Karen Velaz, we'd like to welcome you to our show. Whether you're listening to us at home, in your car, or live on WDNA.org/FIU, we're delighted to have you with us. Today, we are pleased to feature the Nick Rousseau Quartet. Nick Rousseau received his Bachelor's of Music from FIU in 2017 and is a Brooklyn-based guitarist and composer. He likes to share thought-provoking and emotionally compelling music with whomever he can. He's greatly influenced by musicians across many genres, and whenever he plays, he brings all of his influences to the table and creates music that's honest. He enjoys harmonic complexities and polyrhythmic feels, but also lyrical melodies and simple ideas. In this program, he's joined by Angelo Izzo and Sean Hannon. Both received their bachelor's degrees from FIU in 2018, and the drummer Alfonso Velasco, his master's degree in 2018 as well. This group met at their collective time at FIU and are now reuniting to play the music off of Rousseau's debut album, Rest Unrest, which was released in October of this year. Good morning, Nick.
Good morning.
And what are you going to play for us first today?
So we're going to start with the title track off of Rest Unrest called Rest Unrest, and then we're going to go straight into a song called Lucid Awakening.
Fantastic. All right. Fantastic. Nick, got a couple questions for you.
Hey, yeah, happy to answer them.
All right. Um, would you mind talking a little bit about your musical background and some of your main influences?
Yeah, for sure. So I grew up in Miami. I went to FIU, as you said before. Yeah, I did my FIU thing. I was playing jazz the whole time. I grew up playing classic rock and like grunge and stuff like that. And then, after FIU, I actually moved to Boston for a little bit to go to Laundry School of Music, and kind of dived into like the free music realm a little bit and like the contemporary classical kind of stuff. And then, yeah, that eventually led me to NYU, where I finished my master's degree. And yeah, as far as my influences, probably my greatest influence as a composer and player is Wayne Shorter, and especially like the stuff with his last quartet with like Brian Blade, Danilo Perez, and John Patitucci. And I really like the kind of malleable forms and how they treat everything like as an idea, as like a springboard, rather than like kind of bound to it. So that's probably my biggest thing. Other than that, piano players like Shai Maestro or Aaron Parks. Kurt Rosenwinkel was a big one growing up. Of course, like guitarists like Jimmy Page and Jimi Hendrix, you know.
Nice. Yeah, I can relate to that as a guitar player. And this kind of brings us also to the next question, how you go about writing your compositions and arrangements.
Whew, that's a tough one. So a lot of it started on the guitar. A lot of these songs actually started on the guitar, but for years they also started on the piano. And I was finding myself playing a lot of muscle memory stuff on the guitar, so then I moved to the piano because I can't really play piano well. And I was just kind of bound to what I could hear and playing it slowly enough so I can like really play what I hear instead of reflex. So a lot of that kind of stuff. Now I'm kind of diving into like using Ableton or Logic to do things and doing loops and stuff like that. But a lot of these are kind of like lead sheets that I give to the band and give a lot of creative freedom to interpret however. And now what I'm trying to do is actually kind of eliminate the solo sections and just kind of have open options. So like different open repeated sections that could be a solo section, but they could also not.
Very interesting. And you mentioned you all met at FIU. How did that come about?
Yeah, well, FIU is a small program, so out of the 20 people, we were like friends. We all played in ensembles at various points, but yeah, we also just like hang out as people. It's not just like a musical relationship, but we're going to get lunch after this, you know. So yeah.
Great. And speaking of FIU, how would you say your time at FIU helped your musical career?
I'd say one thing that was really helpful was studying with Tom Lippincott, because he's kind of just like an encyclopedia of knowledge. And like, as soon as I left FIU, I was like, oh man, like I have so much to practice because I didn't have time to give like all of what Tom gave me time to practice. So I feel like he really set me up. And then it was also like the freedom to bring in some of these songs to ensembles, or like my earlier stuff and really work things out.
Very cool. And how can our listeners hear more of your music and hear you guys performing?
So this is all on all the streaming platforms. This is called Rest Unrest, this album. There's 2 other EPs up on there too, but you can find it at my website. It's njrous.com. And we're actually playing tomorrow night at the Fish House in Miller. And then we'll be going back to New York next week.
Awesome.
But, yeah.
And speaking of playing, I think you have some more tunes for us, and actually one more before we take our break. What would that be?
Yep, this is a song called Let Their Voices Sing.
All right. Nick Rousseau Quartet here on WDNA. You're listening to the FIU Music Hour on WDNA 88.9 FM with the Nick Rousseau Quartet, and we'll be right back after these messages. Tonight at 7:30 p.m., there will be an evening of opera scenes, Daughters Under Duress. After more than a year of COVID-restricted remote performances, the FIU Opera Workshop presents a live, intimate evening of opera scenes in the studio theater of the 12e Maison at FIU. The program, entitled Daughters Under Duress, will feature a range of scenes depicting young women dealing with the challenges of growing up or the obstacles imposed on them by a patriarchal society. All the scenes are excerpted from new operas by living American composers. The operas themselves are inspired by well-known literary sources: Henry James' Washington Square, Moliere's Tartuffe, and Louisa May Alcott's Little Women. The evening will also feature a complete one-act opera by Thomas Passettieri, The Women. For these and many more exciting events, you can find information at fiu.universitytickets.com or MusicTix, that's Music, T-I-X, at fiu.edu. And now, back to our show with the Nick Rousseau Quartet. You've been listening to the Nick Rousseau Quartet with the FIU School of Music alumni Angelo Izzo, Sean Hannon, and Alfonso Velasco on the FIU Music Hour on WDNA 88.9 FM. I've been your faculty host, Russ Spiegel, and along with our producer, Karen Velaz, we'd like to thank our production crew and the staff of WDNA 88.9 FM for today's broadcast. If you'd like more information on all our programs, make sure to call 305-348-2896, or you can like our Facebook page, FIU School of Music, and on Instagram, FIU Music, to stay up to date with all our upcoming performances. Thank you so much for joining us, and make sure to join the FIU Music Hour for more great music every Tuesday, 11 a.m. to noon. Next week, our guests will be the Jamie Owsley Group. Thanks again to my guests, the Nick Rousseau Quartet, and let's have one more song to play us out. What are you going to be playing for us?
We're going to do a combination of the songs of Our Bill and South Bill.
Fantastic.